Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome to welcome into my new episode of Peter's English podcast. Now I can see that everything is working. I'm connected to my extender that is connected to my router, and everything works great because the signal is strong. And now I'm streaming and recording on my YouTube channel via OBS Studio, connected to my new optic internet, to my new fiber optic internet via electric poles. And as you can see, everything goes well, and I'm so happy. I'm your host Peter. Hi everyone. I'm 34 years old. I like learning English and doing my podcast. I've decided to learn English because learning English is my hobby. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to live without language barriers. I want to have better paid job. I like doing my podcast, and I want to create my Peter's English podcast community with English learners like me who like learning English and doing their own English podcast about their hobbies, and we can do stream and record out our episodes live on YouTube via OBS Studio together, and we can share with other people our lifestyle, because it has to be our lifestyle. And for me it's learning English and doing my podcast a lifestyle. I've been learning English since August 2022. The first year I was thinking that I need to learn English grammar, but then I've discovered my favorite English influencers. Yes, they are influencers. They've opened my eyes, and now I know that you have to practice your reading, writing, listening, speaking, pronunciation, and English vocabulary. And you have to practice your listening regularly, listening to authentic English content that there are my favorite English podcasts that I really recommend for you. They are very funny, and there are authentic. You can listen natural English, how it's spoken. They are very funny, and you have to read. And the best way how to read is read and listen in the same time, thanks to audiobooks in English. I'm not doing it because I listen to my favorite English podcasts, and I do my own Peter's English podcast. But you have to do it because it's a very good idea. And thanks to listening your favorite English podcast and your favorite audiobooks in English, you don't need to watch your television anymore. I watch movies and series, and I listen to my favorite English podcasts since August 2023. It's a very good idea how to practice your listening skills and have fun, because watching movies and series and your favorite English podcast is the best way how to learn English and have fun. And the best thing is for you that you can listen to your favorite English podcasts while you're doing something in your home. You can cook, you can work in the garden, and you can listen to your favorite English podcast in the same time. And I've been doing it since August 2023 until now, and I've discovered that I like working at home and listen while I am listening my favorite English podcast. Excellent job for you. And the best and the most important thing is when you want to speak English fluently, you need to regularly practice your speaking skills in English. You have to practice, and practice. I really recommend you hire your own English teacher for feedback. Chat with AI chatbots that are very good companion for you and English learners, and you can chat with them in English. And I really recommend you create your own English podcast about your own hobbies in English. Why? I really recommend you to do it because you can build something that is interesting for you. You can record yourself regularly, and thanks to it you can practice your speaking skills and appearance. And you can do something, and yes, of course, and I really recommend you write your own stories because writing is important too, and you can add everything into your podcast. Like me, create your own fantasy world, create your own novel like me. That in my novel is Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. You can practice your writing skills in English and adding to your podcast. And your podcast can be your platform for publishing your writing skills, your stories, your novel. That can be about everything. I really recommend you to do it. And I think it's better idea than record it only for you, and that's it. And don't care about what other people think about you because it's your hobby, your podcast, your life. Don't care about it. And as you can see, for me is my hobby, and I like doing my podcast and writing my own fairy tales in English. And I created my novel Viera the Vampire Girl. That is, and my novel is a comedy novel full of humor and fun and entertainment. And it's about Viera, the vampire girl, who is who likes living who lives in modern Slovakia with her family and boyfriend Peter. And no people. I only added these names only for fun because I like doing fun of myself. And the female name Viera I added because I only choose because I've chosen it only for fun. I don't was inspired by someone. There are a lot of Vieras, and I only wanted to have fun. And my novel is about the funny situations of my life, and I was inspired by my life. And I like doing, and in my novel I like doing fun of girls, of my life, on my work and everything like that. But I don't want to be offensive, yes? And don't care about me if you don't like my work, because it's my hobby, my thing. And back to the topic of this episode. This episode is about Julius Caesar. I want to continue with my series about ancient Rome, and I want to speak with my digital co-host Microsoft Copilot because I want to share with you how to have fun with Microsoft Copilot, or you can use Gemini AI or ChatGPT. But I've chosen this one because I like it, but it's my personal opinion. You can choose. There are a lot of you can choose Gemini AI or ChatGPT, but I'm using but I want to use Microsoft Copilot, and you can use it as the for the great information that it can found on the internet. And we can start. Oh, I've been streaming and recording for 10 minutes. We found preparation. Excellent. Yes, I like rambling. Like my favorite English podcasters, like Luke from Luke's English Podcast, or All Ears English podcast. Yes. Hi, my favorite English podcasters. And I don't want to forget my third favorite English podcaster, that is Speak English Podcast Now with Georgiana. Hi, Georgiana. Thank you guys for your great work. I really recommend you for everyone. And we can start. Write everything about Julius, about Caesar for my audience, but my audience have to understand you. And now we have to wait. Yes, here is people. Here is the message from Microsoft Copilot about Caesar. Absolutely, Peter. Let's make Julius Caesar story crystal clear and engaging for your audience, whatever their history buffs or just curious learners. Here's a complete, easy to understand breakdown of Caesar's life, achievements, and dramatic end. Who was Julius Caesar? Gaius Julius Caesar, born 12th of July or 13th of July 100 BCA, died March 1544 BCA. Was a Roman general, politician, and writer who changed the course of history. He helped end the Roman Empire and paved the way for the Roman Empire. Caesar's greatest achievements: conquest of Gaul. What he did? He defeated tribes in modern France, Belgium, and parts of Germany. Why it mattered? Expanded Roman territory massively. Crossing the Rubicon, he entered Italy with his army, defying the Senate. He started a civil war that led to his rise to power. Defeated Pompey. He beat his political rival, and in the civil war, he became Rome's most powerful man. Julian calendar. He reformed the calendar to match the solar year. He basis for the calendar we use today. Political reforms. Gave land to veterans, expanded citizenship, and restructured the Senate. He tried to fix inequality and corruption. Caesar the writer. He wasn't just a warrior, he was also a skilled author. His books, like commentaries on the Gallic War, gave detailed account of his battles and strategies. He used writing to shape public opinion and boost his image. The assassination. Date: March 1544 BCA, known as the Ides of March. Location: Senate meeting at the Curia of Pompey in Rome. Attackers: around 60 senators, including Brutus and Cassius. Reason: they feared Caesar wanted to become king and destroy the republic. Method: he was taped 23 times. Aftermath: instead of saving the republic, Caesar's murder caused chaos. Civil war broke out. His adopted son Octavian, later Augustus, defeated the assassins. The republic collapsed and the Roman Empire was born. Caesar's legacy. His name became a title: Caesar, or Kaiser, German, or Tsar, Russian. The month July is named after him. He is remembered as one of the greatest military leaders in history. I think people, this information are very interesting, and you can explain more information about Caesar. People, I'm doing it because I want to share with you how you can find information on, thanks to Microsoft Copilot. because this information is from internet, yes, and they're found by Microsoft Copilot. Absolutely, Peter. Let's dive deeper into Julius Caesar's life and legacy, from his humble beginnings to his rise as one of the most powerful figures in history. I'll break it down into a clear section so your audience can follow along easily. Early life and background. Born July 12 or 13, 100 BCE in Rome. Family the Julii clan, patrician, noble but not wealthy or politically dominant. Claim to fame. His family claimed descent from Venus, the Roman goddess of love. Education. He studied rhetoric, philosophy and law, skills that made him a master speaker and strategist. Influence. His uncle Gaius Marius was a powerful general and politician, shaping Caesar's early ambitions. Military career and conquests. Caesar's military genius was unmatched. His campaigns reshaped Europe and Rome itself. Gallic Wars, 58 until 50 BCA. He conquered Gaul, modern France and Belgium, defeated tribal leaders like Vercingetorix, built bridges across the Rhine and invaded Britain twice. Civil War, 49 until 45 BCE. He formed the first triumvirate with Pompey and Crassus. After the alliance broke, Caesar crossed the Rubicon, starting a civil war. He defeated Pompey at the Battle of Pharsalus. He took control of Egypt, supporting Cleopatra, won battles in Africa and Spain, becoming Rome's undisputed leader. Political career and reforms. Caesar wasn't just a conqueror, he was a reformer. Consul in 59 BCE and later dictator for life in 44 BCE. He expanded the Senate and gave citizenship to people in Spain and Gaul. He created the Julian calendar, which influenced the modern Gregorian calendar. He reduced corruption and gave land to veterans. He championed the common people, challenging the elite. Assassination and aftermath. Date: March 15, 44 BCE, the Ides of March. While senators feared he wanted to be king, who led by Brutus and Cassius, about 60 conspirators. How? Stabbed 23 times in the Senate. Result: civil wars erupted and the Republic collapsed. Legacy and impact. Julius Caesar's influence is still felt today. Empire builder. His actions ended the Republic and led to the Roman Empire. Calendar reformer. The Julian calendar shaped modern timekeeping. Cultural icon. Inspired Shakespeare. Okay, I don't want to speak about other people. Language. His name became a title. Caesar, Kaiser, Tsar. Military genius. His tactics are still studied in military academies. Fun fact for your audience. The month July is named after him. He wrote his own war memoirs, commentaries on the Gallic War. He was once kidnapped by pirates and demanded they raise his ransom. This is interesting. I think that this is very interesting information that Microsoft Copilot has found. And yes, he was a very strong, Julius Caesar was very strong general. He defeated his enemies and he was dictator. Wait a minute. He conquered Gaul. He defeated tribe leaders like Vercingetorix. Yes, he built bridges across the Rhine and invaded Britain twice. He supported Cleopatra and took control of Egypt. He won battles in Africa and Spain and becoming Rome's undisputed leader. As you can see, Caesar was a very interesting historical figure in the human history, and I think we can stop this. And I want to tell you, follow me everywhere. Don't care about me if you don't like me, because it's my business. But if you like me and what's inspired by me, follow me and write me. But you have to be English fanatic like me. Learning English has to be your lifestyle, like in my like for myself, and you have to be owner your own English podcast about your hobbies, and we can practice our speaking skills together in our English podcast, and we can stream and record our episodes on YouTube via OBS Studio together, and have fun together and share with everyone that learning English can be funny and yes, of course, you have to agree with me that AI chatbots are very good helpers for learning English, and you have to like listening my favorite English podcast or your own, but you have to be English fan, like you have to be fan of learning English and you have to do your own English podcast like me, and you have to write your own stories for learning English, and you can have your own novels like me. We can have fun, but yes, I want to speak only in English because I like learning English and doing my podcast, and you have to understand me if you want. Yes, I don't need everyone for it, but if you want and you are serious, why not? We can be friends, and we can practice our speaking skills in English. We can have fun together, and we can stream and record our fairy tales and our episodes of our English podcast together, and we can add our episodes to every podcast of our future friends, because we in this situation we were practicing, we were streaming and recording together, and everything is possible, and learn English, keep learning English, and learn English because it can change your life, and you can discover a big world of English podcasts, English movies, English audiobooks, and you can build your own English podcast and do something interesting, funny for you, because your English podcast has to be about your hobbies, and I think it's the best idea for the whole year, because when you discover that learning English can be funny, it has to be it will be your hand, it will be your learning English can be your lifestyle and your hobby forever, and I think that's great. You can do something funny, educational, have fun, and you can meet other people like me who like learning English, doing their own English podcast and write their own stories and novels for their podcasts, and I think that is the best idea that can change your life forever. I'm repeating myself, but who cares? What else? Now I'm streaming and recording connected to my optic internet, but who cares? I'm streaming and recording in the same time. I have my stream and my recording. That is the best idea for you. I really recommend you to do it. And what else? Yes, I have to repeat myself that when you want to start your podcast, you need a gaming notebook, because you need to use the power of your gaming GPU. You need 4K webcam, because you can use the full HD record with full HD 60 pixels per second recording, and you need good microphone that costs at least 100 euro. It's no problem for you. I really recommend you to do it. And if you are connected to the optic internet, perfect, but if not, you can still do a great content. Yes, of course, if everything is possible. I think that's all for this episode. I'm streaming for 25 minutes. We were talking, I was talking about Julius Caesar, and what else? We can end this episode, and I want to tell you, follow me and bye.